India its constitution in 1950. When I was invited to deliver this address, I wanted to understand Dr. Deshmukh better. And so I perused the records of the proceedings of the Constituent Assembly at that time. I was struck by the fact that even as early as that, Dr. Deshmukh had told the Assembly that if India had to move to a new paradigm of agriculture, we would have to dovetail subsistence agriculture with modern technology. I also learned that Dr. Deshmukh established the Bharatiya Krishi Samaj. He did this because he saw much in ahead of his time that if farmers were to get an appropriate return on their toil and effort, they had to be organized in a forum. That was the only way in which the voice of the farmers could reach the policy makers fearlessly and fully. I am extremely sad to note that 50 years after Dr. Deshmukh made that effort, Indian agriculture continues to remain the largest unorganized sector of our economy. No doubt there are some associations or organizations, but nothing which is pan-India in its character. However, to understand the importance and influence of Indian agriculture and the Indian farmer, I want all of you students to close your eyes for 1 minute. And I want you to bring to your mind the picture of an Indian farmer. And then I want you to multiply that picture by a factor of 60 million, which is roughly the number of our brethren engaged in the rural sector. And now, just imagine what would happen if those 60 million people said with one voice that for just one cropping season, they would produce food only for their own consumption and not for the market. If 60 million farmers were to say this, ladies and gentlemen, the rules governing this country's polity will have to be rewritten. And it would change the very game by which the Indian farmer is viewed and treated. This is the vision which Dr. Panjab Rao Deshmukh saw. And therefore, as you pass out of this university today, I want you to remember him not only as a tireless worker for the farmers, but as a great visionary. I hope that all you students know that you are extremely privileged. You have studied in a front-rank university. Now, why do I say this? To my mind, there are 3 tests for judging a university. The first test is the kind of research that comes out of a university. And here I find that under the varietal and technological development program of the PDKV, as many as 144 superior crop varieties, including 15 hybrids, have been released and over 1,000 improved crop production technologies popularized. The second test to judge a university is the standing and character of its collaborators. And here also, I am delighted to observe that this university has implemented, indeed successfully, a memorandum of understanding with the Cornell University, the TIFR, the ICAR, and the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. But the last test, which is the litmus test, is how a university shapes its students. In other words, what is the quality of those who pass out of its portals today? Measured not only by academic standing, but as part of your whole development of personality. Here also I find that one of your students, Deepika Mishra, walked out of this university campus into the Texas Tech University on full scholarship. I am happy about this, but I would have been much happier if instead of one Deepika Mishra, there would have been many, many more. I want you students to know that I come from the same rural background that you do. And therefore, I am in a position to understand the difficulties that you have faced to come so far. But my vision of the students of this university is that you should so excel yourself, both academically and as people and citizens, that once again, Maharashtra should lead the nation and the nation should lead the world. As you pass out of this institution today, you will, like all of us did, face the fundamental question, what to do next? What will your real life be? How will you apply your knowledge once you go out of this protected environment? Will your life be full of rainbows and roses? Will things come easily to you, or will things come slowly?